is time to roll the ball up and down the fingers. Whoa! That was a cat today. One of these guys is going to get me one of these days. Into the palm. And the pad to the pinky. And the thumb. Down to the wrist. And up to the knuckles. We're going to leave the ball in the palms, interlace the fingers, and squeeze. And release. And the squeeze. And release. And one more time, a squeeze. And we'll go around the back. It's Monday. Switch. 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 Hinging at the waist through the legs. Switch. Switch. And switch. Ball on the floor. Assess the feet. Make a note on the ankles and the knees and the hips, and then step on the ball right in the middle of the foot and press down 3 times. Up to the knuckles, once on each. Roll across the knuckles. Bring the ball to the top of the heel, pivot on the toes, and roll across the top of the heel. And then press down just below the first knuckle at the side of the top of the heel and over in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones from the knuckle to the top of the heel. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, reassess. Note the difference and step on the ball with the other foot. 3 times in the middle. Knuckles. Roll across. Roll across the top of the heel. Press down just below the first knuckle. Side of the top of the heel. And middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, get the ball out of the way, reassess, and we'll do some good morning. Hinging at the waist, and up, keeping the head back, spine neutral. More. And then shake the tree. 3, 2, 1. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center with some motion wave 3. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out, gather in starlight. The center, gather from the other direction. Center. Take some steps forward. And then elbow towards the opposite knee. And then slap the opposite heel. And then slap it behind you. And then take a cross step with the twist and a punch. And we're going to walk or march or jog. Today we've got the push big 4 with or without weights. And some rolling in the upper class. Lots of squats involved here, so wouldn't do those. I think I'm gonna sprint, but as always, do what feels right for you today, including what you're doing right now. Just be safe. Let me get going on the sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 20. And 30. 2 nice deep breaths. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up. Come up on your toes if you can. Come on back down. Bend back if you can. Back to center, bend to one side. Then the other. Back to center. Flow the hands down, push out at the chest. And down. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Raise the hands up. Go a little higher. And come on down and shrug. Fingers on the shoulders, rotate the elbows forward in a circle. And then backwards. Extend the arms and tap the shoulders. Form an L, squeeze the shoulder blades together and hold. And release and squeeze. And release and squeeze. Release. Bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. And then the other. And first arm behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. Grab both arms, rock side to side. Spin one arm, fingers up, pull back. And fingers down. Flop the wrist and keep flopping. And then circle in one direction. And then the other. Other hand, fingers up. And down. Flopped. Rotate. Other way. On down and rotate the neck. Go in the other direction. Nod. Over your shoulder. Come to center, bring your hand across, cup your ear, look up, chin up. And you're looking out of the corner of your eyes towards the ceiling. And then drop your chin to your collarbone, look down towards the floor out of the other corner of your eyes. Come on up, same thing the other way, chin up, looking up. And chin down, looking down. And come on back to center and do a side lunge. Go the other way. Bring the feet together about hip width apart. Keep the back straight, the spine neutral, head up. And go towards the floor, stretching the hamstrings. Come on up. 1 foot forward. Bend the knee. Rest the back heel towards the ground. And reverse the position on the feet. And come on up and grab a stick. Gonna do Dr. Lee's dynamic stick routine. Stick is on the shoulders, twisting at the waist. And if you want, slowly bring some steps into it. And then bring the stick up overhead, rock side to side. Then down below the waist, side to side. And then to one side. And then the other side. And then out front, paddle the kayak. Reverse. Bring the stick up to the shoulders and flop the wrists. Drop stick below the waist. And then back up over the head and below the waist. Stop at the shoulders, reverse the grip, lock the wrist. And then drop below the waist. And go above the head. Stop at the shoulders, bring the stick behind. And do 6 step-ups, alternating legs. Knees as high as feels comfortable and safe. And then 6 hip rotations again. Only go as high as feels safe for you. Then we're going to bring the stick out in front. Hold on with 2, 1, or a finger or 2 at the top. Come on back, up on the toes for the count of 15. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on the heels. And 15. All right. Stick down. If you're going to hold something in your hands while you do the Bush Big 4, grab them, grab it. But it's perfectly fine to do it without anything. 4 moves again. Squat, raise around the clock, either outside or through the middle, or both. And press. We'll move the squats around on each of the 3 rounds, and we'll pick up speed each time. I'm going to start with the squats though, and here we go. Doing 10, 9, and 10. Nice breath. Raises. And a breath. Around the clock. And presses. And come on down. Take a couple of breaths to restore. We're going to start with the raises, then do the squats. A little bit faster. Squats. Around the clock. Breath. And some presses. And take a couple of breaths. And the last round, we're going to move the squat into the third position, starting with some raises. Around the clock. Breaths and squats. And finally, some presses. And 10. All right. Excellent. Well, before we start the breathing, I'd like to do a little round of heel to toe walking. So you want to bring your heel in front of your toe, focus on something straight ahead, walk. If you can't get it in front of the toe exactly, see how far close you can get and still maintain your balance. And if you can go out, walk backwards, or you can turn around, whatever feels safest for you. Do one more round. Just pick a spot or something in front of you and look at it. And either turn around or go backwards. All right. So for breathing this week, we're going to practice some breath work that's used in a lot of practices in different ways, but the general principle is continuous breathing and then a short hold. We're just going to do a short hold. Sometimes the holds are very long. But what we're going to do is breathe in through the nose diaphragmatically, expanding the belly, full inhale, and then exhale through the mouth. And keep going without a break. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to do it for the count of 5. And after the 5th exhale, we're going to hold for the count of 5. Don't inhale for the count of 5. Then we're going to do 7 inhales and exhales and hold for the count of 7. That's all we'll do. Some people go up to 20, 30, but let's start with 5 and 7. So inhale. And that's it. Rub the hands together, cultivating chi. Forming the chi ball. And centering. 2 breaths. And we'll open our hearts. Pause on this inhale, exhale, send it out. And center with 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. Root down, bring some up. And
Thanks, Tom.
okay, Mira, have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. Hello, Richard.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Bill. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. I'm going to do some rolling here for everyone who is with me. Going to grab a ball and a roller
Don't like the roller.
and meet you on the floor.
Okay.
And one more. All right. Going to start. Going to do the upper body and neck. Going to start by putting the ball underneath the trapezius on the one side. And rolling around, trying to find that tender spot. And once we do, of course, there's probably a lot of them, but settle on one and lean into it as best you can and breathe into it. And then come on up, and we're going to put it behind the rear deltoid, back of the arm, right by the shoulder there. And again, lean into it, roll it around a little bit, find the tender spot. And when you do, breathe. And then come on up and we'll get the other side. Starting again with trapezius. And rolling and finding that spot, sticking with it. There's a story in the Times the other day about this guy who was a pretty good runner himself, but he now makes his living as a pacer, which means now we'll move to the left deltoid. For mile runs, he goes out first and sets the pace for the half mile of it, and comes in at a pretty consistent, I forget what the pace was, I think it was a minute 43 that he comes in at, and then all the other milers don't have to really think about it, they just try to stick with him. And then he drops out, and then they do what they need to do to finish wherever they finish without him. But he is remarkably free of injuries. All right, we come up and get the roller. Due to his exercise routine, evidently, at least that's what he says. And it includes foam rolling every night. All right, so let's put it underneath one side. We're on our side, and we're going to roll up and down the rib to about middle of the rib and back up to the shoulders. One at the end of the roller. Could be in the middle. And again, if you find a particularly tender spot, you might want to just linger there. And then we'll get the other side. Three, two, one, and then let's bring it to the middle of the rib cage. Lie back. Hands can be behind your head or across your chest, and roll from the middle of the rib cage to the bottom of the rib cage. Don't go below it onto the kidneys. And just go back and forth to the middle to the bottom. And then stop at the middle and go up to the top, right above the shoulders, below the neck. Three, two, and one. All right. If that feels good.